why did Twitch unban her? Oh, I heard about the story where Zoe and Nina was doing something inappropriate to this to that one boy that I don't know his name, but I think his name was Saeed or something like that. I don't know, but all I do know is for a fact that they did some inappropriate shit to the dude. He don't want to consent, but yet they forced him to like consent to whatever it is that he wanted to do to him by dragging him in his room, doing some inappropriate stuff and whatnot. Which they have which they should be they should receive the punishment for that. Because I do know for a fact that if the roles were reversed, then a guy would have ended up being in trouble. He would have got banned on Twitch. He would have got jail time. And he probably would have ended up being registered as a sex offender. But when it comes to them to be able to do some shit like that, they should receive the exact same punishment. That's just me personally.
Like a jar of peanut butter in the top shelf cabinet in my kitchen, I just can't get it. I truly don't understand what is going on with Twitch that just leads them to making the worst decisions so brazenly. Like, they have to have the orb of confusion somewhere in the office up there, and it is just wreaking havoc on their brains. It is incomprehensible. There is a streamer, her name is Nina. She has on stream, on Twitch, twice now, sexually assaulted people. I'll show you the clips because it is textbook sexual assault. And she was banned for 1 day, initially. She got a 24-hour slap on the wrist, and then she was unbanned. Which you can kind of write off maybe as a mistake on Twitch's end, like they didn't mean to unban her. Maybe someone was pulling some levers in the HQ not knowing what they did. You had someone fucking blasting away at the buttons and accidentally unbanned her because she was banned shortly thereafter again. And I think every sensible person with a functioning frontal lobe expected that to be a permanent ban because she I'm Porky Pigging right now. She sexually assaulted 2 people on stream, on their platform. If you don't take that seriously, what the fuck are you going to take seriously? It's a crime. It's sexual assault. So everyone expected that one to be an indefinite ban.
Yeah, because my thing is that if you want to end up banning somebody for stuff like that, I feel like everybody should at least have their should at least get some type of treatment with that, because if a guy is up doing it, like I said earlier, he would have the worst possible case ever, and a lot of punishment behind that shit. But when it comes to females be doing the shit like that, they get a slap on the wrist and whatnot, and it's rarely even it's rarely being put out there because excuse me, because you got people be saying, oh, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, if a female does it, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm pretty sure guys, not all guys are like that. You know what I'm saying? But if a guy's up doing it, that'd be a whole different story. And I feel like everybody should at least have some type of some equality when it comes to the punishment that they receive. Because if they're going to get a slap on the wrist, then you might as well have other guys get a slap on the wrist for that same type of assault as well. If we're being honest. Because it's not fair how they get a slap on the wrist for that bullshit, but yet you got other guys who doing the exact same thing gets a whole different punishment that is way worse and whatnot. So if they receive that type of punishment, I think they should receive that exact same punishment as well.
But it was only a week. She is now unbanned and she's already done a return stream. So it seems like Twitch truly only gave her a week vacation here. That's crazy. A week-long timeout. Pretty close to that scene in SpongeBob where they steal a balloon on Free Balloon Day and the cops put them behind bars for 3 seconds saying, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, and then, oh, you're free to go. That, for sexual assault, is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Saeed, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here.
This is ridiculous.
23, he's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
No. He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
That was the clip that started it. Saeed is his name. He was not consenting to any of this, and Nina is the one that's like holding him while her friend twerks on him. And his friends are even saying he's not consenting to this, and they do not care. They are forcing it upon him. And this is just a piece of a longer clip, and in the longer clip, they throw him on the bed and start, like, trying to rip at his clothes. They also take his bag and start going through his bag. And this whole time, he is making it very clear he does not want this, and he is uncomfortable with it.
Now they got it.
Take all this off.
I think the people that just standing there, just watching that shit happen, ain't no better. It's like you knew it was wrong. Why you just standing there with your phones out, with your hands in your pants, jacking off to this bullshit? Why y'all just sitting up there and allowing that shit to happen? Like, even, like, despite them saying like Saeed didn't want the, he wasn't consented to that, y'all part of the problem as well. Y'all just standing there ain't doing shit, just think that shit is funny and just recording. Shit is ridiculous. Shit is stupid and disgusting.
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do your shit. Look at my Louis Vuitton store. Hold on, bitch. No outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. What's going on? Yeah, let me get that bag. Let me get that bag. This is a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag. Yo, how much this cost? Turn around. Start off with the sock. Oh, I need this. I needed this. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Zoe, he's not consenting.
Huh?
Pretty clear-cut sexual assault here. You don't need to be Phoenix Wright here in order to argue why this is sexual assault.
Exactly.
It's obvious. Yet, and this is something we've talked about in the past, a lot of people, when it comes to a man being sexually assaulted, take it very differently. So I saw when this clip was blowing up, and a lot of people I know, I've already talked about this because I'm tardy to the party, but I'm just so shocked that Twitch is not taking this seriously. A lot of people were talking about how it's actually not sexual assault. It's clear he's laughing. He's going along with it. It's for content. No, it's not sexual assault. He's having a good time. In fact, he wanted it. And that's something that you see a lot when it comes to sexual assault against men, where people say, like, it's not serious, don't be a bitch. A woman can't sexually assault a man because a man always wants sex. So this is a nothing burger. You guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. This isn't sexual assault at all. It's just good old-fashioned Twitch content, baby. And Nina herself even says how embarrassing it would be for a man like Saeed to say that this was sexual assault.
So what if he?
But it's not embarrassing. Some guys don't want. I'm just saying, like, me personally, I don't. If I don't find some woman attractive and whatnot, it goes for like damn near like everybody and whatnot. If I find a woman attractive and whatnot, yeah, we can do something. Hey, Tom Lex 15, appreciate you for the following. But yeah, like, if I don't find some females if I find a woman attractive, right, I go talk to them and whatnot. We just do whatever. But if I don't find if I don't find someone attractive and whatnot, and they end up tending to do something like that to me and whatnot, I could be one of those people to admit that, yeah, I'm falling for SA. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't find that shit to be embarrassing. It just usually be the females, and I don't know if I should say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's the females and the simps that be thinking that, like, oh, like, it's not a big of a deal for if a female end up doing that shit to a man. I mean, men, that's all men want is sex, cause not like that right there. That kind of like it, like, it's a myth. At least it's a myth, because not all guys want that, and not all guys really looking for that, and some guys don't tolerate it. Some other guys will, but we're not talking about all guys here. We're talking about the guys that don't really want it and whatnot. And it just sucks that it's not being taken serious because of a different gender and whatnot. I feel like everybody should be at least equal in that situation. You end up doing some shit that you had no business doing without people's consent, then you receive the equal amount of punishment that you deserve to get. And that right there should be like taken care of and whatnot. And also, with somebody laughing in an uncomfortable state, it doesn't mean that they just having a good time. They obviously just laughing, like, out of them being uncomfortable with it. Because I know for a fact, if somebody was uncomfortable, it's not the fact that they laugh and they just laugh just out of them feeling uncomfortable and whatnot, and they don't know what to say and whatnot. Like it's not just about that.
Says, I feel like you did some shit wrong.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, be like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
That's dumb as hell. Like, that's clearly SA. Like, you the one that dragged his ass in the room, and plus making him just like basically force him into this bullshit by having Zoe end up just grinding up on him like that, and he don't even want that. If that's not sexual assault, then I don't know what the hell it is. Like, cause that's what it looked like to me.
How are you today?
I was looking everywhere for him.
Wow.
What is up, everybody? We are here at Medieval Times, and we are so excited to tell you about our new show.
We've got new stunts.
I've been to Medieval Times and whatnot, and one day I'm gonna tell the story about it, but this ain't related to the video. But I'm gonna do a story time one day in the future about it. But this ain't the time.
What an angel. Pretty watertight defense right there. Checkmate. The fucking last few neurons remaining in her brain really scrambling there to come up with the perfect cope, and damn did she hit a home run with that one. So she is saying, oh, he didn't get sexually assaulted. Oh, okay, well, if you say so, all right. You would know, of course, yeah, no. It doesn't matter what he thinks happened. You're saying he didn't get sexually assaulted, so then it must not have happened. You're right. And then she goes on to say, like, you have to think about it. Like, it'd be very embarrassing for him as a man. Wow. Is that so, Nina? Interesting. Do you keep that same energy when it comes to women that get sexually assaulted? Do you say the same thing? Like, oh, it'd be very embarrassing. She treats it like it's no big deal. She did nothing wrong. Rub some dirt in it, dweeb. Get over it. That's how she handles it. But I imagine if it was two guys who did this exact same thing to a girl on stream, if it played out exactly the same, there would be universal condemnation across the board. Including from Nina herself, I imagine, and rightfully so, because, stand back, brave take coming in. Plug your ears if you're not ready for the spicy take. Sexual assault is bad. I know. If you were standing up, you're going to need to sit down. Holy. It doesn't matter if it's a female or male victim, sexual assault in all of its forms is horrible, and everyone should be outraged and against it. So why do we treat it differently because it was two girls that did it to a guy? It is still sexual assault, and I can't believe we are still having this conversation about, like, sexual assault against men not being taken seriously. It's not a unicorn. It's not make-believe. This isn't the fucking tooth fairy we're talking about. It is a real thing, and there are male victims of sexual assault. Like, I can't believe that even needs to be said. But I guess Twitch needs a reminder that it is a crime. Like, anyone who is a victim of sexual assault is the victim of a crime.
I did want it to, like, them being banned is not really anything to me, because at the end of the day, like, sexual assault is a crime. And people that say that it's not sexual assault, I don't know what you think sexual assault is, or anything like that. But I don't know what to tell you. Like, as a person that's literally dealt with sexual assault previously, it has taken a lot, like a large total on my head. I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to.
People are just ruining my mood. I want to blow my brains out. I am at the bottom of the barrel right now. You good, bro?
When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. And I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents. And it did affect me a lot. And this situation did bring back those memories.
This is Saeed being very open here, talking about what's unfolded, even mentioning that He's gone through a previous sexual assault situation in his past where it wasn't taken seriously then. His boss was making jokes about it, and it took a toll on him.
His boss ain't shit. His boss was the one. His boss is the predator himself. Whether it be a female or a male, the boss. I don't know who, but that person sound like he has no problem with sexual assault. Cause I guarantee you, if he was in that position where, I bet you if he was in that position right about now to someone that ends up touching him inappropriately, I bet you he wouldn't be saying nothing about that. But then again, I don't know. All I do know is that he would have said something about that. But then again, he wouldn't, cause he sound like the type that be into some shit like that.
And now, in this case, it seems like Twitch itself is not taking it seriously and treating it like it's a joke. Considering Nina was only banned for a week. They slapped her in detention for a week, and now it's all sunshine and rainbows for her. She's back streaming again. And let me tell you, in her return stream, it's very clear she's learned her lesson. I think the week-long, benching here from Twitch has really helped put it all into perspective for her. You can see how apologetic she is and how remorseful she is for her actions.
That means hi, right? Oh, what the fuck, yo? Why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh, shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's going to be tough, bro. It's going to come up 3 months later. I won't come up. Oh, me? Punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay? Did you send the NDA or no? You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this. Yes. You fully am okay with this. Yes. You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later. Never. Or 9 months later. No. Or 6 months later. No. No? Hey, chat sees this, bro. Ready? All right. Okay. Ready? 1. You asked for this. Nod your head. 2 times. Did you get it? Okay.
Wait, can I say something? Damn. Wait, can I say something? Damn. Listen, can I say something?
This seems like a real hoot and a holler. Man, she seems like a lot of fun to be around. So, I don't even know why she even threw out the word NDA. She has no idea what that is. I bet if you asked Nina what a non-disclosure agreement is or what it's for, she would just fucking blue screen. But the reason she's saying that is because she's just trying to insult everyone that made a big deal out of her sexually assaulting Saeed. And I haven't even shown you the other victim yet. I'm saving that till the end. But she's just treating it like it's no big deal. Like, oh, I guess I just can't touch people anymore. Not without, like, an NDA, I guess.
And I bet you that if it was her being in that situation, in Saeed's situation, she wouldn't be saying nothing about that. It's like, I get that people be having fun, but sometimes them having fun and playing around can take things too far with that. And that right there, like, people like should know, like, you gotta be able to just, you gotta learn how to relax when it comes to stuff like that. Because if somebody would have taken that shit not serious when it comes to that incident, then that right there, it says a lot about your character.
And then this dude over here, this goober, I don't know if he's hiding his face out of embarrassment or shame, but if that is the case, I'd see why. Because that's pretty pathetic to be begging to be punched by this lady just for a crumb of attention. But yeah, that was her return stream, a real highlight moment from it. Some other really great tiddlywinks are when she's being mad at her friends for switching up on her after the sexual assault clip surfacing, where she was mad that they didn't fight tooth and nail for her honor, even though her actions are indefensible to a normal, sane person. So obviously her friends aren't going to go to bat for her, I imagine, or at least they shouldn't. Like, I don't care if you're her best friend, you should be able to come out and say, like, yep, that's fucked up, that is sexual assault, I don't support what's happened there. And she's getting mad that people did exactly that. Like, her friends were like, nope, that's unacceptable. She expected them to just be like, no, you guys are misunderstanding. And then she goes in to be, like, upset that they weren't texting her to get her side of the story.
Yeah, fuck her feelings at that point.
No sides. It is sexual assault, no matter how you spin it. You can try and feign ignorance until the cows come home. It doesn't change the fact that what you did is still textbook sexual assault. Just because you are a woman who did it to a man doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
I'm not really a cupcake, but I am super baked, thanks to Mood Can.
Mood is third-party tested, so you know.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
All right.
Okay,
I know. Concentrating on the bottom.
Okay, girl. No, Nina. Oh my. Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast.
That was good.
Wow, she is so bold.
My spine.
You love to see it.
Alright.
So bold, so bold. Yep, keep it up.
Push.
Yep. Good job, Nina.
So Toast shared his experience with Nina where he went there expecting a professional masseuse only to be met by a stranger named Nina, the fucking boogeyman here, coming up and giving him this massage where she was very clearly making a joke of it by just like groping him, like just grabbing on his ass cheeks there. Like she was grabbing those things like fucking motorcycle handles. It's not an accident, it's not unintentional. She didn't just like wander down there while trying to give a legitimate massage. She is literally honking on his butt cheeks. And people are laughing about it, making light of the whole thing, like, Nina, oh my goodness, ha 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 ha. It's sexual assault. If that was a man that did that to a woman that was lying on that table, how many people would be laughing? Probably not very many. I imagine it'd be crickets for the most part. It'd be more silent than a James Corden stand-up routine. There wouldn't be a lot of laughter. It wouldn't really be viewed as a holly jolly good time. I imagine most people would immediately try and say, like, stop or step in, put the kibosh on it, but not here. Here, it's just treated as a joke. But why? Just because it is Nina doing this to a man, Toast, it doesn't make it not sexual assault. And in Toast's statement, he even says he has no idea who she was at the time. She just stepped in, did this. He was extremely uncomfortable, but didn't say anything in the moment because there's a bunch of cameras in his face, and it's hard to try and like speak up in front of that because then it creates a tense situation. So it's an extra level of fear where it's hard to speak out and express, negative feelings in a case like this because, well, maybe now the streamers there view you as the bad guy or the chat starts attacking you or something. So it makes it very difficult. And it's something Toast briefly mentioned. And it's something that I've seen expressed numerous times in the past about, like, it was hard to say anything in the moment because of all these cameras and all these people watching. And it's very true.
And that's the sad part. Like, no matter how good you try to do, they always view you as the bad guy. Or if you express certain things that you feel like is bothering you at a point, people going to end up start, like, viewing you as the bad guy. Or the bad girl, whatever that case is. But if you end up, it's like you end up doing bad, you doing good. That like, and vice versa. If you end up doing a lot of bad, then that means you're doing good, and vice versa. That shouldn't have to be like that. But yeah, it's like, at this point, who gives a fuck what everybody feels? Just do what you gotta do that you feel like is right. Even if it's to a point where you have to, like, report somewhere, just call out something that's inappropriate. No matter if it's like a female or a male. Everybody should get equal punishment and whatnot. Because that right there is just straight up ridiculous. The society is so fucked up in many ways because of this.
Again, if this was a man that was doing this to a woman lying on that table, a complete stranger, just starts, honking on her butt cheeks there, how many people would be laughing? Probably none. It shouldn't be treated differently in this case. This was still a non-consensual sexual act that was performed on Toast and Saeed that is not being taken seriously. She received a week-long ban, and that's it. And it's not like she herself has digivolved into a better person or anything, learned her lesson, expressed any real level of remorse or anything like that. She is still treating it as content. Like, just the idea of her sexual assault is now a joke on her stream. Like, oh, I just can't touch people anymore. I'll have to NDA you, tee-hee-hee. That's crazy to me. That is just crazy. I know she issued an apology statement not long ago, which I think is pretty blatantly obvious, not her words. I think that was farted out through an actual PR firm, because I don't think she is capable of something like that. I'll stop blabbering here in just a moment, but it is so wild to me how little...
I was going to say AI, but who knows?
Twitch did here, and how little they seem to care about what's happened on their platform here. In the past, they've made plenty of questionable bans and unbans. Like having full-blown sex, penetrative sex on stream was a 3-day ban. And many other such cases of similar things, like that lady who full-blown spread her butthole goatsy style on stream only being 24 hours, stuff like that. But this is something so different from that. Where that sexual content is something that shouldn't be allowed on Twitch and isn't by their own rules, and they don't seem to really enforce them all that.
Yeah, like female. Yeah, like you got like OnlyFans models be on Twitch, be showing at their titties and doing all the sexual shit and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I have seen some of it, but yeah, you don't got people banned off of that. You know what I'm saying? They continue to just do this, that, and the third and whatnot. No big deal. You ain't get a ban off of that. I mean, you might get like a suspension, but some creators that do those type of content on Twitch, I don't know about Kick, but I do know I seen them on Twitch that be doing that. They don't even get a ban like that. They just get like a parental 18 or over, just a viewership if you're that type content. They don't get a ban off of that. But hey, it is what it is. I guess that's how Twitch operates. But I do know for a fact that Kick don't play that shit. I might be wrong.
Well, this is literally not even just against their rules, it is against the law. Sexual assault, again, is illegal, and it has been broadcast on Twitch twice with this woman, Nina Lynn, being the sexual assaulter. And they only give her a week ban for it. This is unlike anything I've seen from Twitch in the past. It is truly shocking. And I'll leave you with one more clip from Saint Nina here. You remember how I called this week ban basically a vacation? Well, it's not just my words. She also views it that way as well.
W chat. I want to say W chat. So all the haters out there, y'all can suck my dick. Word 2, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you bitches, bro. You bitches not me. Y'all been through nothing that I've been through. Fuck you.
Yeah, you right. We ain't no sexual abusers. We ain't the sexual abusers. We don't rock like that over here.
This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nice work, Twitch. Vacay jail for sexual assault. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
In this game, your heroes will die.
Yeah, just like the bullshit that we got going on. But anyway, yeah, that was a banger video. But I feel like that's kind of like a weaker tip of a punishment that Twitch ends up doing and whatnot. Cause like he said, like if a grown ass man would have done some type of shit like that, then he would have been receiving all types of punishment. But if you got a female content creator that be doing shit like that and they get a slap on the wrist just for them being suspended or temporary or being banned temporarily for like a week and then come back and like nothing happened, then you basically got off easily and whatnot. And it should be equal. Like if she would have got off that lightly, then I think that a man who does the exact same type of shit should get up lightly as well. Or if a guy would have ended up receiving a worse punishment, I feel like they should. I believe that a female would have received the exact same type of punishment as well, because that shit ain't right. That shit ain't cool, man. I don't care how you spin it. I don't care who you are or whatnot. Assault is assault, including sexual. If you end up receiving that, you deserve the equal amount of punishment that you should be getting out of that. And the fact that you got people getting off of that bullshit and the victims not taking it serious, no matter who they are, it's just straight up ridiculous. And that right there says a lot about society and the people that think this crazy shit is acceptable. Like that's just ridiculous.
Run, you can hide, you can bite, you can bark, but at the end of the day, you cannot escape from the dark. This world is hell, so what can you do? Positive power and protest. It's not enough to eliminate the wickedness that's cruel, like robbing hardworking folks for their money and killing innocent people with the lack of accountability. Corrupt cops locking a black person up for a small crime, but let a white person off for the murderous crimes for show. Difficult situations is hard, but life is a lot harder. Experiencing both, it may be tough. Evil people's out to do evil things. It's best for you to mind yours and stay in your lane. But for show.